Fort Lauderdale Midair collision, here is what actually happened to WestJet Flight 2481 and United Express Flight 733. On the morning of September 21st, 2022, a WestJet Boeing 737 was preparing for pushback in the Montreal-Trudeau International Airport. The plane still had the swoop livery because WestJet had recently purchased the airline swoop. The plane had 163 passengers and 6 crew members on board. At 10:08 a.m. local time, the plane finally took off from Montreal. It had a mostly uneventful flight towards its destination, Fort Lauderdale. Meanwhile, in the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, the United Express Embraer E175 was preparing for takeoff. It had 69 passengers and 4 crew members on board. At 12:31 p.m. local time, the aircraft took off from Fort Lauderdale bound for Houston. But due to the full airspace and outdated slow air traffic control radar refresh rates, due to cost cuts, the air traffic controller was unable to safely keep all airplanes apart. In addition to that, the air traffic controller, Joe Biden, was very fatigued and too old for the job. He fell asleep on the controls. Now both airplanes were on a collision course. So the TCAS alarm sounded in both cockpits, but the pilots thought it was just an error as they got no follow-up message from the controller. Then at 12:35 p.m., the two airplanes collided over Fort Lauderdale. The United plane's right wing sliced off the cockpit of the 737, sending it spiraling towards the ground. It crashed into a neighborhood, killing all 169 on board and killing another 35 people on the ground. 71 more were injured. On the ground in this horrible disaster that shook the world. Miraculously, the United Express E175 returned to the airport and landed safely with only a portion of its right wing missing. Everyone on board was unharmed. This was one of the worst ever American plane crashes. But this crash could have easily been prevented if Joe Biden hadn't fallen asleep. He was arrested and ordered to be executed by U.S. President Donald Trump.